Welcome to Phatt Chat. This is episode 27. We're doing things a little bit different this time, you guys. Of course, we got James and Josh like we normally do, but this time we've got Adam Romo with us.
Hello.
He is a great person, great pig, great
avid gamer.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. Well, from Tucson, born and raised. I guess that doesn't really matter considering that there's people from everywhere.
It matters.
I play everything. I'm not biased towards anything. You guys might know me on Phatt Island Gaming for being an Xbox guy. I'm always defending Microsoft and Xbox and this and that. This is my mug. You know what I mean? Like, I love PlayStation. I just love video games all around. I have no biased opinion. I don't have a favorite. If it's a good game, it's a good game. I don't care what I have to play it on.
You do keep us grounded because obviously a lot of us are PlayStation and we make it very clear, and that's fine.
You're PlayStation.
I am, and I run this like a dictator.
He's admitted how much PlayStation he is.
Like a dictator. But
yeah,
you know me. I played my 360 way harder than my PS3.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's just, that's what I love about the community. It's all about games. That's what it should be all about. Like I said, I just feel like sometimes, the smaller guys need to have somebody speak up for them, and I do that on occasion. Sometimes a little too much. Sometimes after a couple drinks. So if I ever offended anybody, I apologize. It was never personal. It's just, I just
don't apologize.
You're a better man than I am because mine are personal. I'm coming after you guys, all of you. But we had some great news this week. We were obviously just talking about it. Uncharted came out.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
gonna try our best, you guys, to not really drop any huge spoilers in this podcast.
I think we can do it.
We did film one earlier though, which will be a full spoiler cast. It's us talking about it, what we loved about it, everything like that. So if you want to hear more, if you really want that extra, Uncharted experience, it's there. This isn't it. We're just here to talk news.
I also haven't played it. If you spoil it for me, I do have physical ability to contact you with my fist.
That's fair. He's really close, and he's got really big hands.
Yup.
So
you know what they say about people with big hands? They need big controls
and big gloves, bro.
Like I said, obviously the game is great. It's getting phenomenal reviews.
Oh, so good.
The reason it's on our news, because obviously it was on our news last week, is there actually was one review that came out for the game that was not quite wonderful. It was a 4 out of 10. Given from the Washington Post, a writer named Michael Thompson. He gave the 4 out of 10. The 4 out of 10 is not what upsets me. It's the way the article was written. If you haven't read it, go check it out, you guys. It's on their website. It's under comic something.
I think Comic Relief. I think it was under.
Yeah.
But it was only put under Comic Relief after the fact, after they already started getting blasted for it, and it's just a trash piece. That's all it is. There was no well thought into it whatsoever. I mean, he insulted the graphics of it. Said it was too good.
Okay. and graphics can be a bad thing when it's like the deciding factor of a game. If it's a beautiful game,
absolutely.
But if it plays like shit, then who cares? Like, if the game's not fun, mechanics aren't there, story's not there, who cares how pretty something is? I mean,
But the way he went at it was that there was too much going on in the environment to the point that it was distracting.
Just to me, anytime you start your article with this 4-part series should have ended at part 1, it's just you've made it very clear you don't like the series.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not what you're into. That's fine. You're allowed to, once again, have your opinion. Like you said earlier, it's a community, and even the little voice should be able to speak up.
It didn't seem very objective to the game itself. Like, he didn't seem like he truly reviewed the game itself. He was just like, this is it's too pretty. It's a bad story. I don't like it.
And I hate Uncharted.
Yeah, I hate Uncharted.
First, if you ever have anything bad to say about the Uncharted storyline, there's something really wrong with you. There's issues with the game. There's some weird stuff here and there, some things that always don't make sense. The storyline is phenomenal.
Well, I mean, even that, when you have a good story, because I've never played the Uncharted game, so I can't speak for the storyline, but, I've written stories. I read really well built stories, and so if I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh, the story for Uncharted is like the best story ever." I'm like, "Have you read anything by Herman Melville?" Like, you get into that, but I don't think that's
Book
he
hipster.
didn't compare it to like any like that's comparing literature to video games, obviously.
He didn't even compare it to another
but
video game. He
I
just
know-
said the story was bad.
I know that Naughty Dog always does a phenomenal
Amy Hennig
job.
in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. Amy Hennig in particular, she did Last of Us, right?
Yes, she did.
That was amazing story. So if it's anything like that, like the building of the characters and stuff, it's a fantastic story. I don't know why you would trash on something like that if it's going on. It's going on 4 games. It's sold well. Obviously, it's okay.
The community's obviously losing their mind about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's already a petition that went up. It's poorly written, the petition. It's like really, you could tell like somebody just wrote it in like a fury of just like anger. But right now it has like 5,000 votes, and basically the petition is to get the Metacritic score taken down, because right now it's on Metacritic with a 4 out of 10, which
I dropped it an
obviously-
entire score, I believe. Yeah.
I don't personally believe that should be the case. I think it is a review. It is somebody's opinion of the game. I think it does, sit somewhere in the gaming universe. It exists. Somebody wrote it. I don't think it needs to be taken down. I think the game holds strong enough to get a 4 out of 10 and still sit with like a 93% on
Correct.
Metacritic is still just speaking to the quality of the game.
I think that also speaks to just the how Metacritic also reviews stuff too, is because it's like, look at that review. I mean, I know a lot of people who are speaking out of it are probably like huge fanboys of the series, like, oh, why would you even score it below what everyone did, But there are some people like ourselves who see through this guy and knows that he's just coming at it.
Way wrong. Just way wrong.
It's like he wrote it drunk. He
Or
was
it's
Right.
or it's some sort of clickbait, which is always possible. There's
True.
all kinds of
Also
pieces
true.
who do that kind of stuff. You put a title like that.
Well, also consider that the Washington Post is not exactly known for its game reviews, and they might just be doing the clickbait just to start getting people to pay attention to their gaming opinions.
A big media outlet that
Well,
does this
for
stuff.
true,
So, like,
but-
doing that, like, if you do that to a game, where of course, because how they treated it afterwards was like, oh, it was a goof. We done goofed you. Oh, we trolled you because we gave it a really good score. Yay, us, right? That to me is like, why would I ever go to anything in that media circle again for video game related? I get news feeds. If I see anything from the Washington Post or any of the affiliated for it, I'm going to be like, why would I believe anything these guys are going to post? Because obviously that got huge real fast. It's credibility at that point. And
Another reason a lot of people are getting upset about it is because the actual review, if you go to the Washington Post and read the review, I read the full review.
Yep, me too.
It doesn't actually have a score on it. It's just a written review. And then you go to Metacritic's site and it shows that they got their 4 from 10 from there. So a lot of the initial anger was people going, like, did you just like create this score? Did you guys extrapolate it? Like, where did that come from? Turns out when the author, when he wrote the piece, he did score it. He gave it a 4 out of 10. It just didn't make it into the publication. Whoever, edited it decided to pull that out. But the piece he sent out to Metacritic did still have the score. It was still his original work.
Yeah, the official Metacritic review that he sent was an accident. It was satire, right?
Yeah, no, then I think they're just trying to save face at this point.
Yeah,
because like you were saying, they'll never be credible in a true gamer's eyes at this point. And I mean, I get them trying to backpedal, and but and just real quick, how you were saying Washington Post not really known for being video game reviews. Forbes magazine, I can't remember their main reviewer, but he does such an amazing job. You wouldn't think the Forbes magazine would be a place to go for video game reviews, but
He's always unbiased.
like 9 out of 10 times that I read his reviews, he's right on point. He's not biased at all, like you were saying. And
I think there's a couple of them, but what I was we talked about that before, like Forbes getting involved.
Oh, okay, nice.
And of course, I think it's awesome that Forbes is getting involved, is because it's just kind of solidifying the fact that gaming is becoming this multi-billion-dollar industry that needs that kind of professional,
just branches out everywhere.
Yeah, that professional, unbiased opinion, that like good, game review, quality, journalistic,
Real
integrity.
journalists writing real pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, absolutely.
We just need more Bad Gamer with Conan.
I definitely, everybody, you guys should go out there and read the review. It's just kind of good to know what people are talking about, what's getting the video game industry talking. I personally don't think you should sign the petition. Once again, I think the guy has a right to his opinion. I don't think you should send him any hate. I don't think you should send him don't be animals about it. We're all people here, and he has the right to think what he wants. He has the right to write what he wants. He's obviously a good author. He's wrote other pieces before. He's obviously works for a big magazine. He obviously somewhat knows what he's doing more than I do. Obviously, I'm not getting posted by them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say the only thing I would say is the review or the Metacritic score. I kind of feel should be taken down just in the fact that if they're going with it was just a hack, it was just
like satire.
It was satire. Then I don't think it should be scored as that. But at the same time, with a game like Uncharted 4, those type of games come very few and far between. The legacy of Uncharted 4 is not going to be based off a stupid Metacritic score. It's going to be based on how many people played it, how many people enjoyed it. So I don't know. Either way, take it away, leave it. But if they're going to call it, satire, take it off then.
Own up to what it is.
Yeah,
either
exactly.
Way. Yeah.
So, but either way, I mean, we us real gamers, we know what kind of achievement Uncharted 4 made just for video games in general.
What a gem it truly was.
Phenomenal it
is.
Yeah, for sure.
So some other quick pieces of news. We don't need to chat too long about them. Homefront: The Revolution comes out yesterday, Tuesday.
Very excited.
Today for who's watching live. Or tomorrow
We're live,
for who's
Brandon.
watching live. But when this is cut and post,
There's a lot of things happening
live.
here. Okay, it's like a Doctor Who episode right here at the table.
4 people showed up to GameStop to pick it up.
There we go.
Tuesday the 17th.
I'm with you though. I'm not personally excited for the game. I know you showed it to me when it came out, and I was like, "That looks cool," but it just didn't
I love the campaign of the first one. The multiplayer was garbage, but I love the story so much of the first one.
I never played the first one because from what I saw on it, it didn't look like it played too well for something for me because I was that's back when I was really hardcore into Arma, and this just wasn't what I want to play at the time. But now that I'm kind of casualing down with my first person shooters, I think the second Homefront as a war gamer looks fun. You have the directions of approach, you have how you ambush your
weapon accessory swap.
Yeah,
on the fly.
You're a guerrilla fighter. I love those kind of wars. Those kind of games are a lot of fun that allow the creativity of the gamer to take hold in a kind of a sandbox.
Are you picking it up?
Not immediately.
Okay,
because
I'm going to stop you there.
Yeah.
Somebody who actually picks up the game, let me know how it is. I'm excited to know.
I'm curious.
Sorry,
I'm getting it next week.
Okay. I'm picking it up. So.
Let me know. Okay,
as soon as I can. Anyway.
Let me know then.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit more information, you guys. All you Microsoft players better be watching out because Microsoft will be increasing the price of Xbox Live. Not in the United States.
I was going to say, not here, though. So
No.
I think my subscription's good till 2018,
Yeah.
so we're
It's actually only being raised in Austria, Hungary, Israel, South Africa, Sweden, and Turkey. So if there's any pigs who live out any of there, watch out. Your Xbox Live is going to be increasing. Microsoft's official announcement was, we occasionally update pricing in a given market to provide a balance of service and value, and in some instances, meet current fluctuations with the region, and will adjust the price of Xbox Live Gold subscriptions in a small number of markets on June 20th. So gives you guys a little over a month. If you want, go buy a shit ton of it right now. Just go load up so you don't have to. The price isn't supposed to get much larger, though.
I was going to ask if there was any specific details on
They're probably just going to raise it like a market
10
percentage.
bucks. I gotcha.
Their follow-up to that was, we do always keep in mind that our goal is to offer members a premium gaming entertainment at a service or entertainment service at a fair price. So they've acknowledged we obviously are going to increase the price, but we want to keep it fair. So just something to keep an eye out for, you guys. I think you should be happy that you're getting the Xbox Live and it runs good. So
that's fair. I don't necessarily think they should. I mean, just leave it at what it is. It's already more expensive than PlayStation Plus anyways. But
do we know what price it's being raised to?
No, we don't.
Because it could just be being raised to what we pay here in the States.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I feel like it'd probably be more expensive as it is. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say with currencies.
It could be just based off of a market
Local
price.
economy, yeah.
So if there's any more info on it, I'll try and keep you guys up to date. That's really all they said right now. This piece is really cool. Nothing too crazy, but Overwatch will actually be getting sold a day early. Oh, cool. So if you go to any brick and mortar stores, you can actually just pick it up Monday when the store opens. The reason for that is it's a Blizzard, and Blizzard basically just said we're going to turn our servers on at midnight. But you can go get your physical copy. You can download it, have it installed, ready to go.
That's cool.
And then when the servers go live, everyone can play.
Cool.
Class act Blizzard. I think that's really smart. Yeah. Nintendo NX. I think we've kind of gone full circle. We did PlayStation, we did Xbox, now we need a little Nintendo. The Nintendo NX, they said, will not be a spiritual successor to the Wii U or the 3DS. Nintendo CEO actually came out and said that it is a new way of playing games, which I think will have a larger impact than the Wii U.
That's not shooting very far.
Okay, you know what that means? That just means some other new peripheral
Some
that
new
everyone's
gimmick.
gonna hate.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll sell 10 million units in the first year. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't.
Come on, Nintendo, get with it.
I don't think it's going to be too groundbreaking. They make it sound like it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened. You know?
Well, as long as that thing that we saw, I'm just happy that thing we saw a little while back turned out to be a hoax.
So
that
it was
stupid fake.
Oh,
patent
that
but
thing.
that was officially Nintendo's patent, though.
Yeah, that
It
was
was.
actually
Be that as
based
it may.
around a patent. So we'll see. Just Nintendo, come on.
How do you guys feel about the rumors of cartridge-based?
I'm all on board with that.
I am.
I've said
okay,
it for
good.
so
I'm
long.
glad I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put way more content on a cartridge,
And they don't
than you
scratch,
could.
and they're just like they're
Just throw it in
great.
your pocket.
Can we get-
Because that's why the initial load times when you put a disc into a PlayStation 4, the initial load times that we get is because you have to load stuff that's not on the disc. So you got these big 60 gig games, and that disc is going to come with 50 on it. So I think that going cartridge would be a way to go as long as they're manageable and they keep the costs around the same.
Because they're
games.
kind of like leaning towards cartridge in there that you could take on the go with you, and then when you're at home, it connects to a system that has more files downloaded to it that makes it look better. I don't know. There's all speculation. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I think could be a smart idea. You could take pretty much a next gen console with you on the go and just play a somewhat dumbed down version of it. I don't know. I think that could work out to be
they're
really
doing.
good.
I mean, because he says it's not a successor to the 3DS, but what if maybe when he says on the go, we're actually talking about like actual next gen capabilities
Exactly,
on the
yeah.
go, where you just
We'll see.
we'll see.
They first need to make a next gen console, then we'll go on to next gen.
Very
Exactly.
true. It's very true.
They
This
talk a
one's
big game.
actually a time I'm going to jump into the Xbox corner. This is something Xbox has done better than PlayStation from the beginning, and they're continuing to do better. They just announced that 1 million old unused Xbox Live gamer tags are going to be freed up. So if your gamer tag has gone so long, it's been stale, you're going to be able to change it and finally get some of those that have always been locked out. PlayStation has dropped the ball with gamer tags, considering you can't even change it.
Yeah, I still think that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's actually for a reason. It's the way your game, like your whole systems are saved in their cloud. It's actually saved like with your name in the coding. So you can't just change your name because it would change like the file.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, like
No,
don't
I
have the
agree.
technology.
I
to
feel
change it.
exactly like I mean, I feel like I know Sony's not like
They'd have to rebuild, they'd have to do go in and redo every single person. Like it would, they have the technology, but it's just not
you're telling me
cost-worthy.
that there's not one single Sony employee that can just do something about that. Like there's got to be somebody, right? Exactly.
Done.
There's somebody can write a line of code that can fix that. I feel like if you're always able to change your Microsoft account, it's not that big of a
$15.
deal.
Yeah, obviously it's possible.
Yeah, well, no, and yeah, for $10, yes, no, there is a
Yeah,
fee
for $10.
involved. But I mean, I'm sure there's millions of Sony, well, maybe not millions, but hundreds of thousands of Sony players that would love to change their ID, and they'll be more than willing to pay $10.
I remember playing on the Xbox 360, and I was in like a Black Ops 2 clan, and people would want to change their gamer tag, so they'd go through the whole clan and they'd send everyone a mass message, "Yo, report my gamer tag." so they force you to change it, so he doesn't have to pay the money. So we just report each other's gamer tags.
That's awesome.
I'm actually excited for this because my old handle from Emperor Josh was taken away from me because for reasons undefined.
I'm also happy for this because now all those people who were immature children when they first started their Xboxes can now get away from I smoke doobs 24/7 420
Butt soup.
666 butt soup. They can finally change their stuff back to
I could finally
adult
get
names.
Destroyer 69.
Yes, exactly right.
If your name is Butt Soup, if you get that gamer tag, let me know.
Or I killed your mom, or
I wanna play a game with Butt Soup. This one, there's really nothing to talk about. It's just a cool little piece of information. Hideo Kojima named his mascot
oh, that thing.
Ludens.
Ludens.
Ludens is the name of the mascot with the helmet.
Oh,
and
like the
skull.
Trojan guy?
The thing.
And he actually on his Twitter actually put up and is having people guess on what the armor is. Like, is it like an old Spartan helmet? Is it like a new mech helmet? So he's actually having people vote because it's kind of got like a mix of the two.
I don't like that name.
It's unique enough to
Yeah.
where you will remember it.
sounds like a
sleeping pill.
I'm not a huge fan of it
You know
either.
what? You're absolutely right. It sounds like now take Ludens for a night's sleep.
I don't know. It's cool. So go out there, you guys. Let's see what you think. I want to see. I personally think it's a mech, but we'll see. He hasn't said it's not going to be based off the vote. He just wants to see.
He's just being lazy, and he's going to let people figure it out
Make
for
it
him.
for him.
And call it art.
There you go.
This is one I've talked about a lot, you guys, pushing release dates back. So Capcom actually just recently came out and made a statement that basically said they will push games back. They will delay games if it means a quality game coming out.
Yep.
It's obviously a lesson they learned with Street Fighter V. It came out, it was glitchy, the online didn't work, there wasn't enough content. Like they've
Story
even
was
said,
garbage,
yeah.
Zach almost had an aneurysm.
So
He did. Yeah. He hasn't been the same.
they were very clear and basically just like, in the future, we'll just push games back. We'd rather do that and give you guys a final product.
Good job.
Great,
Capcom.
absolutely.
Way to step up, Capcom.
Definitely.
Development team, People Can Fly.
Okay, yep.
The makers of Bulletstorm,
Yes,
they
sir.
did Gears of War Judgment. They're supposedly in the workings right now of a new AAA title.
I'm excited if they do another kind of Bulletstorm game because as much flack as that game got, I loved it. It was one
I
of my
thought
favorite
Bulletstorm was
games.
fantastic.
It was so much fun. The story was even decent. But just the fun gameplay and in general was just amazing. I'd love to launch guys in the air and get that quad barrel shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
And just boom.
I just shot everybody in the dick that I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
It's the only way to play a game.
I think we're seeing like a resurgence of that kind of gameplay where it's just like, I mean, Doom's kind
Doom
of got
is
that
a perfect
style
example
The score
for that.
games,
Yep.
yeah. Score gaming.
where it's just you run around, blow shit up, go crazy, just be as over the top
Have
as possible.
fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys remember Mercenaries?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Mercenaries was great.
We need
Yeah.
another one of those.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I kind of felt like we do somewhat with like Just Cause 3. I would say it's close. I mean, it's just open world anarchy.
You don't got that destruction level, though.
I don't know,
True.
man.
You just blow up a whole bunch of barrels.
I want to see
That's all.
another like Red Faction. I thought
Yeah.
Red Faction
Oh,
Guerrilla.
dude, yes.
Like mix that with like Just Cause 3. We can actually like I guess I don't know. Just
At
Cause
that
3
point,
was
Faction
pretty-
Guerrilla
at that point,
was
it would
one of
just
the
be
best games
I
Mercenaries.
love it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Just give us an HD remaster of Mercenaries. I'll be happy.
yeah, there you go.
James, I know this bit of news you were excited about.
what?
The Hitman had its first
Yes.
elusive target.
Yes, it did. I got his ass on accident, but I got him.
Do you want to explain to the people out there who maybe don't know what it is?
Absolutely,
What
absolutely.
it is?
So every so often, there's no particular timetable set to it. The people at Eidos will give you an elusive target for when you play Hitman. They're available for only 48 hours, and that's it, and you have to get the target. If you do not get the target, you can never get him again. If you fail, you cannot play it again. If you die, you cannot play it again. You get one shot at it only. And they disable a lot of the features from the main game. So you know how you can go into instinct mode and kind of everybody gets highlighted, you can see your target and all that stuff? You cannot do that with this guy. Cool. So I spent like 35 minutes wandering the first map, the very first level that they released, trying to find this guy. I was about to give up and just say fuck it and just start killing everybody. And then he accidentally walked by me in the hallway. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So then I tailed him for like 5 minutes till he got into a stairwell with his bodyguard and pop, and shot them both and it ran off. Nice. But it was awesome. It was great fun. I was really pissed. No trophy popped for it.
What?
Right? My first elusive target, no
come on.
trophy.
I bet you it'll be something like 5 elusive targets
Probably.
or something.
Oh,
It'll be like
yeah.
a hit and one.
Yeah.
I
it
think
was
that's
awesome.
really
It
cool
was awesome.
to kind of throw that in there. I know with like the episodic release, a lot of people were like worried, well, what if stuff doesn't come out enough? What if, I think that's a cool way to throw it in there, keep everyone still invested in the game.
Have they talked about how long they're going to be doing the episodic releases?
At least 1 year.
At
least 1 year, they said. Yeah. And then our next one should be, hopefully, now that the vote is over, killing Gary Busey.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he gonna be an elusive target, though?
Well, they had a big, huge vote about it, and there was a big between Gary Busey and Gary Coleman, the guy from Office Space.
Yeah.
You got the vote on who you wanted to kill. I voted to kill Coleman because I really hated that guy in Office Space, but Gary Busey won.
Oh, Gary Cole, you mean?
Yeah, Gary Cole.
Okay, no, I was like, wait, Office Space. I don't remember
just
Gary
Cole.
Cole.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
No, okay, no, I know.
My bad,
Okay.
my bad.
As
So
soon
Lumber.
as I say Gary Cole, I just want to say
Lombard,
man.
yeah,
Lombard.
Lombard. So now you're gonna get to kill Gary Busey in a game,
Oh my
which
God.
is gonna be just
That's-
fucking fantastic.
That guy's
All I
just-
can think is Celebrity Apprentice. I just want to see him rage.
Gary Busey's crazy. I'm pretty sure he sustains himself off for child blood.
Well, ever since Lethal Weapon, when they lit his arm on fire, you ain't been right, man.
Gary Busey.
That's incredible.
Obviously, Overwatch beta just happened.
Yes.
People loved it.
I've not heard a negative thing about it.
Everyone's really excited for it. Here's a little piece. I don't want to say it's negative about the game, but it's a little harsh from Blizzard. So Blizzard said they will permanently ban anybody cheating. Their official statement was, if a player is found to be cheating using hacks, bots, or third-party software that provides any sort of unfair advantage, that player will be permanently banned from the game, full stop.
Good.
Absolutely. That needs to happen
First
with
try.
every
Good.
game.
Duh.
Because not only that, people will still find ways to do it, but it'll definitely cut back on people even attempting to do it, which just makes the game fair. You know, yeah. That's
I think that's a
on you
little
guys.
harsh because what's the system for it? Is it going to be like a computer automated thing? Are you going to get banned if you maybe didn't cheat? I read up a little bit on it. The only thing they said is like what they want to have in place right now is where people can report to them, and then if they report to them, they save video from them and they watch it. But that seems like
If they have a fair way to gather the evidence, then I think good. If it's just some computer gathering the evidence, then I agree with you. That's a bit much.
You guys remember the little game Blizzard made, World of Warcraft?
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Do you remember when it first started out? Who hung out in the Barrens just reporting people? Yeah, I was reported like 20 times.
You were reported 20
I
times?
got banned so much time in that game because people were like, "I don't like this guy." Reported.
yeah.
So you don't want the reporting, is what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is with the video aspect to it, that's cool. But like I don't know. I watch a lot of sports and referees are sometimes blind as fuck. So
Yeah.
I see this like I could be really
they should
good
ping
at-
your system. They should have to ping your system and see what comes back.
I've been banned from games for being accused for cheating just because I was doing really well, you know. And like
They did say they were going to factor that in. That obviously they're like people who've been like maybe are comfortable with FPSs and been playing them for years. They said that sometimes they're going to have reaction times that feels like to unexperienced players that are unreal and that aren't possible. And they're like, we will factor that stuff in. We will watch it from it. Like,
well, I mean,
we'll have to see.
yeah. So I guess we'll see how it is. I'm gonna play Overwatch regardless. I actually remember playing like a beta a long time ago, like in its early stages on PC, and it was
Like when it was still called Overwatch or Titan?
it was Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
It plays well. I mean, it played a little goofy because it was like super underdeveloped at that time, but it's fun. Lots of fun.
I wanted to try it and I totally missed the beta and I'm upset about it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's getting the reception it is.
Yep.
Winston for the win.
Game looks good. That's going to be the news of the week, you guys.
Sweet.